Welcome to corrpro Canada's HSE orientation. Welcome to corrpro Canada. corrpro Canada is a subsidiary of Aegon Corporation, a US-based entity that specializes in maintenance, rehabilitation, and strengthening of infrastructure. Aegon is committed to stronger, safer infrastructure. corrpro's head office is in Houston, Texas, and has operations in the US, Canada, the UK, and the Middle East. corrpro Canada is Canada's largest corrosion engineering, cathodic protection, and corrosion monitoring company with over 25 years of infrastructure protection serving a vast array of clients nationwide. Here is the Aegon corrosion protection family: corrpro Canada, Aegon, Hawkway, United Pipeline Systems, USTS, and Aegon Coating Services. The Aegon values. Aegon has 5 main values that we focus on. They are: 0 incidents are possible. Ensuring the safety of each employee is our top priority. Every Aegon employee is empowered to deliver best-in-class safety performance at all times. Do what's right. Honesty and integrity guide our decision-making, our actions, and our relationships with our customers, stockholders, and communities. Be better. We never settle for status quo and strive each day to do better and to be better. We recognize we will be better and achieve growth by intentionally creating a culture of inclusion through acquiring and retaining a diverse workforce. We solve problems. We exceed expectations by working together to identify and solve problems. We believe that problem solving requires looking at challenges and opportunities from fresh and diverse perspectives. Results matter. Although our company has many parts, our common mission is driven by accountability. We encourage collaboration with one another to maximize our potential and realize our profitable growth our stockholders expect. corrpro Canada's HSE policy. Through synergistic efforts, we foster a zero-incident workplace, as we believe our employees are our most valued asset. Our objectives are to provide quality customer service and continued product improvement in an environmentally friendly manner without compromising the health and welfare of employees, customers, and neighbors. We achieve this through total HSE commitment from management and active employee participation in hazard recognition and control, and through training. To this end, senior management will establish occupational health, safety, and environmental policies designed to protect our employees, our equipment, the environment, and the workers of other contractors on our sites. Senior management will continue to support the progressive deployment of the corporate HSE management system. Managers and supervisors will ensure all workers are made aware of all known or foreseeable occupational health and safety hazards, and that all HSEMS policies developed for the company are made available to all workers. Managers and supervisors will further ensure that all workers under their supervision are aware of the worker's right and obligation to stop work that any worker feels is unsafe, and to establish a system towards a safe resolution of identified concerns. Workers will ensure that they conduct their activities in a safe manner consistent with the corporate SMS policy and procedure, with relevant occupation health and safety legislation, with good industry practice, and in a manner which controls all risk to themselves and others. Workers will also ensure that they exercise their right and obligation to stop or refuse to start unsafe work until the work process has been reviewed and they feel that they are now able to safely continue. Empowerment, integrity, and accountability will guide us on our path to a zero-incident culture. We shall continually strive to meet or exceed local, provincial, or federal legislation and established industry standards. corrpro Canada is located across Canada. We have an office in Vancouver, BC, Fort St. John, BC, Grand Prairie, Alberta, Calgary, Alberta, Edmonton, Alberta, Lloydminster, Alberta, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Mississauga, Ontario, Montreal, Quebec, and Halifax, Nova Scotia. AGION's life-saving rules. Fall protection. No work will occur on platforms, decks, scaffolds, or any work surface in excess of 4 feet or 1.2 meters in height without appropriate guardrails. All other work elevations in excess of 6 feet or 1.8 meters requires appropriate fall protection equipment and/or processes. Confined space. No worker shall allow their face to break the plane of confined space without first completing a documented atmospheric test with a calibrated gas meter and ensuring that all conditions of the confined space entry permit are complied with. Electrical lockout-tagout controls. No worker shall deliberately violate AGION's lockout-tagout policy. Safe driving. All occupants of a motor vehicle will wear their seatbelts 100% of the time when the unit is in motion. The use of mobile phones while operating a company vehicle is prohibited unless the phone is in a hands-free mount or the use of a hands-free earpiece and speaker is utilized, unless regional law prohibits such cell phone use while driving. The use of mobile phones while operating a personal vehicle while on company business is prohibited unless the phone is in a hands-free mount or the use of a hands-free earpiece and speaker is utilized, unless regional law prohibits any phone use while driving. Text messaging or emailing while driving on behalf of the company is prohibited. Corrosion protection life-saving rules. Machine guarding. No worker shall bypass, disable, or remove any equipment guarding or safety devices and shall not operate any equipment that has any guarding or safety devices bypassed, disabled, or removed without appropriate authorization and development of a JHA. Excavation. No ground disturbance will occur that is not in full compliance with AGION policies with regards to identification of possible underground utilities and with regards to disturbance activities and confirmation of utilities using hydro-air excavation or soft probing hand location before any drilling, excavating, or trenching can occur. No work will occur in an inadequately sloped or shored trench that is greater than 4 feet or 1.2 meters in depth. Suspended loads. No worker shall work under, pass under, or pause under a suspended load, and no operator shall pass any suspended load over a person. Equipment operations. No worker shall operate any company equipment without being qualified by training and/or experience and without appropriate authorization. corrpro Canada's General Safety Rules. All employees of corrpro Canada have the right and obligation to refuse work that they feel is unsafe. Stop and report your concerns immediately to your supervisor. Incidents, injuries, or near misses, regardless of severity, must be promptly reported to your immediate supervisor as soon as possible. Appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, must be worn on the job site by all personnel. Clothing must be appropriate to the duties being performed. Long pants and a long-sleeved shirt are the minimum requirements. The worker's clothing must fit properly to ensure that it does not get snagged on any moving machinery the employee may potentially come in contact with. Where the wearing of a respiratory protective equipment is or may be required, employees must be clean-shaven to allow proper protection. Where the wearing of jewelry presents a safety risk, jewelry must not be worn on the worksite. Smoking is permitted only in designated areas. Strike anywhere matches and single-action lighters are prohibited on job sites. Running is not permitted anywhere, except in the case of extreme emergency. Hand tools must not be used for any purpose beyond their design. All damaged or worn tools shall be promptly tagged out and repaired or replaced. Power tools must be operated only by the authorized personnel, with all manufacturers' guards in place. Tools must be used only by persons who have been instructed and trained in their safe use. Possession or use on the job of unauthorized drugs or alcohol and/or reporting for work while under the influence of either is strictly prohibited and constitutes grounds for dismissal. Welding and burning operations will be carried out only by authorized personnel wearing appropriate personal protective equipment. Horseplay, fighting, gambling, and possession of firearms are strictly prohibited on the job. and constitute grounds for dismissal. No riders are allowed in the back of trucks or on any equipment not designed to carry passengers while that equipment is in motion. Seatbelts must be worn when available and where required. Always walk around the vehicle and/or equipment before use. Where long hair presents a safety risk to an employee, it must be trimmed or secured under a hard hat. All work sites are to be clean and organized to prevent slip-trip hazards. Before starting machinery or equipment, all employees must ensure that starting the machinery or equipment will not endanger the operator or another worker. Prior to the operation of any vehicle or mobile equipment, a 360 walk-around must be completed to ensure that that area is safe prior to movement.